Everybody keeps asking me for a year two recruiting video, so here it is. Many people have noticed that recruiting in year two is way different than recruiting in year one, especially on the online dynasties. So I'm going to show you guys the best way to get recruits, secure the future of your program, and honestly, how to get the most 4 and 5 stars so that you guys can build your program to be the best. But this one, I just wanted to show you guys what year two of recruiting looks like. If you put in a good year one, you go in your online dynasty and you win a lot of games and you actually make your team a contender, year two recruiting should be completely different, right? And so, what I want to show you guys is what the recruiting class for my online dynasty looks like this year, even though I'm just Kentucky. So last year, recruits, I struggled to get guys to come to campus, but as I got better and I won more games in the dynasty, I was having more traction and I could get some guys. This year has been completely different because I've just gotten off to a crazy fast start recruiting because I was good last year and then I'm already winning games this year. So what I want to show you guys is that we are now in this dynasty 6 or 7 weeks into the season, but I have 16 total commits and the third best recruiting class in the entire online dynasty. Some of the 5 stars I'm just not able to get yet, and it is what it is. But I have more 4 stars than anybody else in the entire dynasty and any other team. So next year and then the years following, my team's going to be insanely good. And so what I want to show you is my recruiting board and just how many kids I've actually locked down, and then what my plan is to get the rest of the kids and actually fill up a full 35-man recruiting board for Kentucky this year. So this is my recruiting board. As you can see, I got 16 4 stars committed. So all these kids we got coming to campus next year, which is going to be awesome, and they're all really good. So these 16 kids we have a plan for. Now we need a plan for the other 19 kids that I'm still recruiting, and we got to figure out how do we get them to come to Kentucky. Whether it's more recruiting hours, whether it's hard selling these kids, swaying them, or just getting them scheduled visits to come on campus. So there's a lot of things that I'm going to do here to get these kids to actually go ahead and commit, and that's what we'll talk through here. So Paul Havila, you can see he's basically almost committed to Kentucky. He has a visit with us on week 11. Right now for recruiting, we've been giving him the hard sell, and it's right up his alley. So I'm just going to keep this on him. He's pretty much going to commit to Kentucky. You can tell here Louisville is also on his radar, probably just a proximity thing, but it's not insanely close, right? And so he also has a visit with us on week 11. As long as I win that game, we should get Paul to commit. When you look at Oscar Atwell, Oscar is Kentucky's leading. Rucker is close behind us. So we really need to make up some ground here and find a way to nail Oscar down and get him to be a Wildcat. So I'm going to go ahead and put 10 extra hours on Oscar so that we're actually giving him the full 50 hours of attention and recruiting every week. But I'm also going to go ahead and schedule a visit for Oscar. It's not him that wants to go to Louisville. But we'll schedule a visit for Oscar for week 14. On the right side, the interest shows you check mark, which means like, does the kid care about this? And then the grade on the right side shows you how well does your school perform in these categories. So I'm going to go to conference prestige, and on Oscar's visit, that's what I want to focus on with him because we have an A+ in that and he's interested in that. So that's going to be the perfect visit for Oscar. And so that should give us some more influence to get us into his top 3 and then ultimately get a commitment from Oscar there. Bo McBean, Bo's going to come to Kentucky pretty much no matter what. We're his only offer. In-state kid, obviously, Fort Thomas, Kentucky. So it looks like we're going to get Bo no matter what. I'm not going to spend any additional time there. I'm actually going to take time away from Bo just because we're his only offer. Feel pretty confident to say that he's going to come. Lorenzo Ingold, we are winning, but Cincinnati's close behind. You can see that he's a Cincinnati kid. We're already setting 50 hours at him. But in order to get some more attention from Lorenzo, we want to apply the pressure and lock him down. So we're going to go ahead and schedule a visit for him as well. And you can see that I'm getting low on hours, guys, but I'm doing the same conference prestige visit for Lorenzo because we want to get him to commit. Finau Fua, he's coming to Kentucky. We're his only offer. Nobody else is even on his interest board. So we're actually going to take a lot of time away from him, pretty much just because he's going to commit in due time, whether it be next week or the week after. So we're going to soft sell and just give him 20 hours, but we'll pick a few categories that he likes. Yeah. So those are the categories that he's interested in. Give him 20 hours to soft sell, and we should be able to get him to commit next week. Greg Carmona. It's close. Kentucky and Notre Dame is close behind us. We have him coming on a visit to our Louisville game week 14, and we've been hard selling him. We've been hard selling him in the right categories, but we want to give him some more time, so we're going to DM him too and just give him a little extra touch. You can see here that for Logan Durant, we're actually losing this recruiting battle against Wisconsin, but we're still very much so in it. How do we get Logan? I might have to schedule a visit for Mr. Logan. Gotta find somebody else to take time away from so that I can give it to Logan. And it's gonna end up being one of these guys. Probably Deshaun, because Deshaun only has one offer from us. Deshaun only has one offer, period. And it's from us, so he's probably gonna come to Kentucky no matter what. Now Logan Durant, we're gonna use some of that time, schedule you a Louisville visit. Once again, the conference prestige. That's just what we're good at Kentucky. So we're going to schedule you a conference prestige visit. And then that should hopefully give us a little bit of influence over Wisconsin, even though he's not coming until week 14. So hopefully we can gain some ground until then, and then the scheduled visit gets us over the top. For Corey Locke, we're already winning this. We're sending in the house at Corey. Yeah, we're sending the house at Corey, but since we're leading, what you want to do when you're leading the process, if it lets you hard sell a recruit, just go ahead and hard sell him. That's how you get these guys to actually commit and nail down this process. So don't be scared to do that. Then we're going to go ahead and do the conference spotlight hard sell for him, because we know for a fact 2 of his motivators are checked in this box. The third one we don't know, but we perform well in the proximity to home because he's from South Carolina. So maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but we know that it will check off 2 of his boxes for sure. All right. 4-star wide receiver, Darrell Brightwell. We're second in recruiting for Darrell. How do we get Darrell to come to Kentucky? Gotta schedule Darrell a visit. So we gotta take time away from somebody else. It's probably gonna be this kid because we are his only offer. So we're gonna give you 10 hours, buddy. Sorry, still want you to come, but we gotta find a way to get. Was it Darrell? Yeah, Mr. Darrell. Alright, we're gonna hard sell Darrell. We gotta hard sell Darrell. Or could I soft sell him? Soft sell him and sway his mind away from the other team. That's what I'm gonna do. Soft sell and sway him away from their team. Perfect. All right. So once again with the sway, we want to use it to do things that we know he likes. So yeah. Oh. That works. Let's do it. Darrell Brightwell, we'll see if we can get him to come. We'll see if we can get Darrell to come. Darren Foster, once again, do the hard sell. If you're able to hard sell somebody, do it. Don't even think twice about it. There's no reason to keep sending, what is it? Send in everybody or send all resources or whatever. Just hard sell them. Gideon Efaw, it's basically us and Pitt. We can hard sell you, so we will hard sell you, buddy. We can hard sell you, so we will hard sell you, buddy. Yes, sir. We can hard sell you, so we will hard sell you, buddy. Deshaun the Bull is pretty much coming. Pretty much coming. This kid's pretty much coming, so we'll just keep what we're doing. But we can hard sell him, so we will hard sell him. What you guys will notice is that I'm actually gonna have some recruiting hours left over. Just crazy. But my goal for this dynasty is to get 35 commits this year. I don't care if there's 3 stars, 2 stars. I want my recruiting class chock full. Cool. And then that is the entire recruiting class that I have for this year. So that's how I want everybody done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and then give some time back to these guys that I stole it away from. So Raheem Emery and Deshaun Bull or whatever. We're going to go back to, honestly, we can hard sell you guys. You guys have no other offers. So we'll hard sell you, get you to commit. Yes, sir. Hard sell. Hard sell Deshaun. And then I guarantee you both those kids commit next week. Guarantee you both those kids commit next week. 25 hours left over. And that's how it's done, folks. We got every single recruit recruited the way that we want them. With Kentucky first. Just Kentucky first. Kentucky first. Kentucky first. Give him some more time. Oh, wow. It lets you do 65 hours on people? Oh, if I can do 65 hours on somebody, I'm going into that 4. Oh, he's a 4-star too. Whatever, I'll take it. Whatever. Cool. Come on. All right. I didn't even know you could do 65 hours. I'm going to do that for Deshaun Brightwell too. Perfect. All right. Sorry, Deshaun Bull. I'm sorry for messing with you, brother. I got to give somebody else 25 hours, brother. Not Kitty and bow shot. Raheem Emery. Sorry, brother. Got to take my time back, son. We could soft sell both of you guys, though. Soft sell. We might be able to still get you coming campus. And Deshaun. We're not going to DM you. But we can soft sell and get you to both come to campus. All right. And now we're going to be able to go back to Deshaun Brightwell. Daryl Brightwell. Oops. Because we're in second place for Daryl. So we can take off both of these. We can hard sell him. And then we can also DM him. And that should put us in first place for Mr. Daryl. 65 hours on his ass this week. He better come. Is there anybody else that we're in second place for that we really want? First place for everybody else. We're going to get all these recruits. Mr. Logan Durant. We got to do the same thing for you, pal. All right, Mr. Logan Durant. Instead of sending the house, we're going to hard sell. And then contact friends and family. Let's go. So everybody that we are second place for, we're sending 65 recruiting hours at them this week. Yeah, we're sending 65 recruiting hours for everybody this week. And we're in first place for everybody else. I love that. This is aggressive recruiting, coach. Now this is aggressive recruiting, coach. Now this is aggressive recruiting, coach. I guarantee you everybody else commits to us. Everybody, love you guys. Like and subscribe for more recruiting videos like this. I'll keep this recruiting video going throughout the year so that you can see how many recruits I get, but obviously my board's stacked up. So I'll keep this going into season 3. Love you guys. Bye.